This has got to be the silliest thing. Okay, maybe, I don't know which is worse, the fact that I finally get this computer working and doing exactly what I want it to do, and now I'm installing Debian Linux on it. I found out that thanks to Casual MC YouTube user, OBS will do what I want it to do, and I did get it working, and it seems to be okay. And I know that OBS doesn't require Windows 7, so if I can get away from Windows 7, I'll do that. It was really a problem using that operating system on this computer. First of all, I couldn't, well, I didn't spend enough time looking, but I couldn't find a free VNC server that would work on it. And setting up a telnet daemon on it, other various things I need to be able to use this computer effectively just aren't working well in Windows 7. So if I can get OBS running in Linux, maybe even NetBSD someday, I'll go that route. But I really shouldn't have messed with it. I'm guessing Windows 7 will still actually boot. I set this up for dual boot, and I haven't even tried that yet. But what's irritating me, what I think is silly, is here's this brand new operating system. I don't even know what number it is, 10, Debian 10. It's brand new. When I selected a video mode, I had the installation all done and everything, and I get to the desktop and I try to change the video mode to 1024 by 768. Now I have a very specific reason for doing that here, but the point is, it didn't ask me if it was working like every other computer I've ever done that on. Usually it will time out if you don't respond saying that it's working, and then it'll revert back to the other settings. Well, this does not do that, apparently. I selected that mode, and for whatever reason, this monitor using DVI does not support that particular video mode. So now I'm stuck. I'd have to do some serious research to figure out how to change that video mode. Or what I'm very likely to do here is just reinstall the operating system, as silly as that is. It'll just run overnight anyway, I guess, and I'd probably be time ahead. Now, let's see here if this thing actually boots Windows. I think I can shut it down by hitting the button, and it should shut down here, even though I can't see what it's doing. If it doesn't here very quickly, I'm going to end up pulling the plug. I don't think it matters at this point. Okay, I'm pulling the plug. Now, I should get a grub bootloader menu. I haven't stuck around while this thing's been booting since I installed Linux to see it, but there should be a bootloader menu there, which should let me select the Windows 7 installation. It would actually be a real shame if I bollocksed that Windows installation already. So there's our grub menu, and I just selected Windows 7. We'll see what happens. Hey, it looks like it might work. So at least if I, for some reason, don't reinstall Debian or get it working or whatever, well, this is not a good sign. At least it looks like I might be able to go back to Windows 7. I'll probably have to run check disk or whatever on it. Well, it looks like it's intact. I don't know much about Windows 7 here. I wonder what you have to do to run check disk. I shouldn't have canceled it, but there, I think that's it. Okay, well, whatever. Excuse me. I guess I don't really want to fix that right now here anyway. I am going to reinstall Debian. I've got a USB stick that I made some time ago just for, it's one of these live, whatever they call it. You can run the operating system right off the USB stick. Comes in very handy once in a while. I've got one of these that runs NetBSD as well. The NetBSD one boots a little quicker, but it's sort of problematic. Every time you plug it into a different computer, the hard drives end up in a different order, and that can be confusing at best and dangerous at worst. I haven't used this Linux one enough, I guess, to know for sure, but I think it doesn't do that. I seem to remember that it doesn't reorder the mount points of the disk drives depending on what USB slot it's plugged into and whatever else. I guess I should test that and see. The issue I've had with NetBSD is you plug your boot USB stick into one USB socket and it will become the first hard drive, and then your hard drive becomes a second hard drive. And if you have two of them, now you've got a third hard drive too. But if you plug that USB stick into a different slot, then the hard drive might become first the USB second and the secondary hard drive third. So here we go, reinstalling the operating system over a simple settings change. I don't remember what the video card in this thing is, but it's very flaky. It may happen here, I'm not sure. It will actually drop out the video once in a while. And sometimes it takes a few minutes for it to come back. There we go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. But now what I'm getting at here is Windows 7 originally did the same thing, and once I got that annoying Windows update, it stopped happening. So there's some driver issue with this card. Well, that's going to do that again. I'm going to stop this video before I continue installation. I want to make absolutely sure I don't push the wrong button here and wipe out that Windows partition, which does seem to still work. But what I was going to say is that I had the same issue here with Debian with the video card dropping out like that. But once the actual installation was running, that did not happen anymore. Of course, until I tried to change video modes. But there you go. What's sillier, me trying to install a different operating system on a computer that finally is doing exactly what I wanted it to do, or a brand new operating system that needs to be reinstalled because you selected a video mode that your monitor doesn't like. Thank you for watching. I don't know how many of you actually stuck around to watch this far. This is way longer than the 30 seconds or so I expected this video to be. But like I say, thank you for watching, and if you're not subscribed, please do that. That really helps me out.